Hello everyone, it's Becky Bamboo. How y'all doing? I know, it has been quite a while since I've done a video, and I was thinking about that a lot last week, and I just never really got a chance to kind of catch it up, and decided I gotta make time this week. So I think the last video I had done was sometime in September, prior to the time that I saw the surgeon. Today is now October 11th of 2016. I saw my surgeon September 15th. So it's been about a month. I did a video, I think I actually did two videos the day that I saw the surgeon. One before, one after. Never got a chance to post the video, and the one after was really emotional for me. Because when I saw the surgeon, we didn't do any imaging or anything like that with my spinal fusion. It was really just kind of a sit down, get together, talk about where I'm at, what do I want to do, do I feel ready to go back to work, and if so, when. You guys know I had been saying I felt ready to go back to work anyway. So it wasn't very long into our conversation that I said, please let me go back to work. And so he released me. He released me on to start back to work on September 19th, which was the following Monday. And I did. I have no restrictions from working. No, I really expected that he would put me on a lighter duty, at least initially. But he released me with no restrictions, no lifting restrictions, no bending, no twisting, no nothing. So I can do basically whatever I want to do, whatever I need to do for my job. We did have a long conversation about, be smart about the way that you move, be smart about the way that you lift, and don't get in a hurry. No, nothing's going to happen any quicker if you are running through the clinic versus just do what you need to do, but be reasonable. So, it's just all about being safe. So he let me go. My first 2 weeks back were refresher training, if you will. My first several days were just sitting in front of a computer to catch up on all my policy and procedure stuff, and kind of get updated on anything that's changed, which there had been quite a few changes in the 15 months that I was gone. And then I spent 5 shifts working with the nurse that I've worked with for a lot of years now, just refreshing me on basically how to do my job. It took me about 3 shifts until I started to get the swing of things again, and by about the 5th shift, I was basically just doing everything by myself again. So I picked it right back up, which really surprised me. I really thought that 15 months off was going to be a long time, and that I would struggle for a while, but it's really honestly felt like I never left, which is really bizarre to me. I've had no back pain. I know this is the thing that people are really going to want to know, is has your body held up? How does your back held up to going back to work? I'm a dialysis nurse, so I'm on my feet, all day. Some days I barely sit down. I spent a lot of my day bent over, and there is some lifting involved, some heavier lifting involved in my job. So constant movement, lots of twisting and bending and squatting and stuff like that. And I've not had a single day of back pain since I've been back. I've not had any kind of soreness in my back. I've had nothing. So all I can say is thank you to God for guiding me through this path and this journey, and sending me to the surgeon that I ended up with. And I can't stress enough to people how all you ever hear about with back surgery is, don't do it. You're going to never be the same. You're never going to be able to work again. You're never going to do this. You're never going to do that. Well, there are a few things that I'm never going to do again, but that is so small in the grand scheme of the things that I can now do that I couldn't do before when I had the back pain. The things that I cannot do now, anything that's really jarring. So basically anything that's going to risk injury. So riding on a boat, that would be real jarring. Motorcycle, something like that. I can't run anymore. For me, that's really the hardest one to swallow, is that I can no longer run. But that trade-off for knowing that I don't have to live in pain every day and have weakness in my leg and barely be able to walk and barely be able to get out of a chair. So much worth it at my age, you know? So yeah, I feel super blessed and work's just going fantastically. I think the biggest thing for me in this process of getting back to work, while it's really nice and you know, makes you feel good for your coworkers to welcome you back and for my patients to welcome me back, I knew they all would. It's hearing from the doctors that I've worked with for 5 years that when they hear my voice on the phone for the first time, or they walk in the clinic and see me and like they just light up, there's nothing more rewarding than that, to know that not only have I respected them this whole time, but they've also respected me. And it just happened on Saturday when I had to work my first weekend shift. I had to call one of the docs, and she answered the phone, and I was talking to her, and she just started screaming in my ear because she was just screaming that she was so excited to hear my voice. She's like, I cannot believe that it's really you. You're actually back. And you know, for her to say, I'm so happy to have you back as part of our team and part of caring for my patients, it doesn't get much better than that, folks. It really doesn't. As a nurse, I really respect the doctors that I work for, and I take very seriously my job, and taking care of their patients is a priority for me. So to know that that is a mutual respect that we have is really huge for me. So it's been fun. It's been emotional. It's been, you know, I've had plenty of days that I've been crying with patients when they first saw me, and crying with my boss in her office when she offered me my job back officially. And so it's been quite a journey, but I'm, you know, I've come full circle. Now I go see the surgeon again, like in the middle of November, and I have another set of CT x-rays, and hopefully I'll be fused at that time. The last imaging I had was back in July, like first week of July. So, you know, at that time I wasn't solid with my fusion, so hopefully it will be now, and we'll move on. My attorney checked in with me this week to see how I was doing and kind of figure out our game plan for moving forward. I'm just ready to, you know, I don't want to rush it by any means, but I feel like I'm doing so well that I don't foresee this case having to go on and on and on. Like, let's get it all finalized and be done with it. So I'm over the hard part now, you know. That's the going through the process and jumping through the hoops and fighting what you have to fight to make sure that you get what you need physically, and I did all that and got through the surgery, and now I'm back at work. This mission completion as far as I'm concerned. Physically, I'm where I need to be. So the other thing is, I want to talk about weight loss surgery stuff. Because I have people who are watching my videos for both. Some of y'all just wanted to know about the fusion. Some of y'all want to know about weight loss surgery. Some of y'all wanted both. So, weight loss surgery wise, I've had a really good stretch this year since I started taking Plexus religiously and got really focused with, you know, doing what I need to do to get myself healthy again. So I am about a little over 4 months in, and I'm now down 30 pounds. I lost another 5. I hadn't weighed myself in a couple weeks, and I made myself get on the scale Monday. And I honestly, you guys, I haven't really been all that focused on making sure I'm eating this, that, or the other. I haven't had time for that. I've been super busy with work and my kids. My son has been in a little bit of a turmoil situation, and he's seeing a therapist and stuff now, but I just haven't had time to focus on food. So I've just made sure I've kept my pantry stocked with a few essential things. I always have cheese on hand because not only am I a huge cheese eater, but my daughter loves cheese. So we go through a lot of cheese at our house. I always have a lot of fruit because my kids are not the best eaters with healthy food, but I can always bank on them eating fruit. So I always keep a ton of that. And I have been keeping the little cheap ass packages of lunch meat, you know, like that Buddig lunch meat that's like 90 calories for the package. I've been keeping those in my fridge because I've discovered that my son likes them. And for me, I can grab a pack of that, a yogurt, and some cheese and throw that in my lunchbox. A lot of times I'll take fruit as well. And that's all I need to take to work, you know, for lunch. And a lot of times I'm not even eating at all because I'm busy and, you know, I just haven't had a huge amount of appetite lately. So I think Plexus is really to thank for the lack of appetite. It's really suppressing all of that, and the fact that I've been eating less for so long now, it's just like my body's readjusted to that. It's like being post-op again, where you know, you just get full quickly, and even when I cook meals, I just find that I'm not eating nearly the volume that I was before, and that's awesome. So it's working, and I know the other side of that is that I've been you know, back at work, so my activity level has gone from like down here to way up here, because I'm just, it's nonstop at work. It's nonstop. I don't get a lot of opportunity to sit, which is fine with me. It makes the time go a lot faster, and honestly, it's helping me get this weight off. So I'm down 30 pounds. I have 30 to go. I'm halfway there from my regain, which in 4 months is way more than I ever bargained for, way more than I ever dreamt I would get. So I thought I would just give you guys a quick little kind of body shot. I can't get you my whole body in, but this is where I'm at. What I can tell you is with the amount of weight I've lost right now, the 30 pounds, is coming from like right through here, because I have kind of this belly of skin right here that was sticking out basically as far as my boobs stick out for when I was 60 pounds heavier. So that has gone down, and the waist of all my pants are super huge. Actually, the ones I have on right now I have kind of tied up so that they don't fall down because they're all so loose. I really wish it would fall from my hips and my butt too, because it's making pants very complicated for me. For things to fit through the hip and thigh, it's like they're huge in the waist, so they fall down on my butt when I sit down, and you know, nothing's ever easy for women. I swear it's not. So, but all in all, I mean, I'm feeling really good. I feel great about myself. I'm much healthier than I was, you know, 6 months ago, and just a ton happier than I've been in a really long time. I'm very comfortable in my skin again, which is huge for me. I think I will always have body image issues. I think I will always go through periods of depression and anxiety related to my body image. But I'm on the upswing right now from where I was. So I'm just, you know, I've learned over the years to just ride it out and enjoy the moments that are good and fight through the moments that are bad. And, you know, at the end of the day, I just try to appreciate who I am and not just focus on my body being what I'm worth. You know, I have a lot more to me than just this body. You know, my brain is big, and I have a huge heart, and you know, I work very hard for my family and my patients and my job, and you know, it just means a lot. I feel like I have a lot of worth in the world, and I need to remind myself of that it's not all about being overweight. And I think I've seen so many people lately who are really struggling with body image and feeling like a failure after weight loss surgery. And the truth of the matter is, for me, I started at well over 400 pounds. So even being over 200 pounds, I'm still so far from where I started that I have nothing to be ashamed of. I am not a failure. I've been through a lot in the last 5 years. I've had 2 kids. I've had just a debilitating, devastating back injury. You know, so it's all about fighting through and persevering and overcoming these obstacles that we face in our life, because everybody's going to have things they have to get through. So stop beating yourself up, guys. You're so much worth so much more than just what the scale is telling you. It's so hard. We all fight it. So, yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty happy. I'm feeling really good, and that's that. So I'll see you guys soon. Mwah.